Hey folks, Danny here with Partay. It is good to be back. Summer's over, fall's begun, and we're ready to get back into making some videos. So just wanted to cover off on real quick, as most of you that follow at least would be aware, we had a video that came out right before we left for summer vacation. And then when we got back, we had a lot of stuff that we had to actually complete here around the house. Work also increased and orders increased, so staying on top of everything was a bit of a challenge, but we were able to muscle through it. And then here recently, I'll show you the newest addition to the Partay family, should I say. This is little Ellie James Parker. Born to my youngest son. You'll see him here in this picture. And what a proud papa he is. I'm very proud of my son. He's a basketball coach here at a local school, small school, but very important school. Some of you guys may know Deebo Samuels. My son played basketball with Deebo Samuels, and he's now coaching the basketball team for the high school there. He never had the same level of talent in football that Deebo had by any means. But they did play football together very shortly. But my son's game was always basketball. That was always his primary focus. But they're all proud, and him and his wife Emily are very happy and just doing some home stuff now. So we had a little bit of busy because of that, which was good. It was a good busy, great time. First grandchild, got another one coming in May from my oldest son. So we'll be reporting on that when that occurs. But just wanted to bring everybody up to speed on the fact that we're going to be rolling out Vega Plus in Vega this weekend. I've already got some of the footage shot. I'm just going through and doing some editing now, just from different clips, not trying to position anything. This is all just trying to find the right clips. There's some things I've recorded along the way. And that's kind of how I do it now. I just go in and kind of pick up some natural looking things, some more contrasty stuff that tends to look a little more washed out, even on a good TV or whatever, just to show you, because those natural colors are a little harder for a projector to make stunning. So just wanted to bring that to light. Also wanted to thank a lot of the people who have been sending me pictures. So we're going to be adding a photo page onto our website, and I'll be adding photos over the next couple of weeks that folks have sent in. I thank you for those photos. I'm very happy that you're happy with the product and love what you're watching. So thank you, and we'll continue to put out high quality stuff. So I'm going to get into, because you know it always goes without doubt. The week that I went on vacation, Ken came out, started trying to tell everybody I'd shut my site down. Now, you guys know I'd already announced that I was going to be shutting the site down for about a week while we were on vacation. And since we got back from vacation, it's been open the whole time, and he hasn't ordered. And if you remember, he lied, because he had already mentioned that he had purchased from me a while back, and he hadn't, I guess. See, if he bought through somebody else, I'm not going to know. Right? I'm not going to know who that person is. So if he had already purchased, he would have it by now in hand, well by now. So he obviously lied about that. But now, you know, to the title of this video, he's trying to make lemonade. Now, you know, I look at my young son and my older son. My oldest son just purchased a house. They actually move in. They closed a month ago, and they're going to move in this weekend. So I'll have to help him Saturday. Just a few guys giving him an extra set of hands. But, you know, as I think about their lives as a father, and the things that Kelly and I have gone through, and the things that they're probably going through, some of the obstacles, some of the challenge. You know, I've known a lot of people where life's thrown them a crap ton. It's a technical term for measurement. But has thrown them a crap ton of lemons. You know, everything from a sick child to, you know, layoffs just any rare events, someone in their household dying, and it just throws them a curveball. And at that point, really the only thing they can do is hold their posture, try to find some level of peace and comfort in their lives. And that's what I mean by making lemonade. You take lemons, you turn it into lemonade. You take something bad and you try to turn it into something good. With Ken, it's not about all that. This is about Ken pissing his pants and trying to sell it to you as lemonade. Because Ken has caused all of his downfalls. And you could try to turn it into lemonade, but son, they're downfalls. The only consistency, the only consistent thing that has occurred out here, which is absolutely hilarious to me, because I told you this was going to happen. And I've been right every time. And it's not that I'm arrogant, Mr. Bird, and trying to be right. It's just that I know people. And I've told you all along that this was not going to work out for you, and it has not. So the one consistent thing has been that the more that you come after Partey and others out there in the community, the further down the totem pole you've went to where now you're not even on the totem pole, you're in a damn hole. You're in a deep hole, digging away, asking for somebody to still give you a bigger shovel. Because you obviously have not found your bottom yet. You have not learned your lesson, and you're thinking that you're still, somehow or another, some magical thing is going to happen and all of it's going to turn around. No, it will not turn around, and all you're going to do is your little motor mouth is going to get you into further and further pitfalls. And I love it. I love it. I love when you come out and talk about my range gain. Love my range gain. I love it whenever you come out and you try to embarrass people and no one's embarrassed. I love it when you come out and say everybody's angry, but you're the only one who's actually out there screaming and shouting at the screen at your little rocking your two monitors like it's 1999. I mean, look at the things that have happened. You've lost 2 rental homes, kicked out of 2 rental homes because you can't pay your bills on time and you wreck the damn places. And then you tried to make lemonade again when you were sleeping on your sister's laundry room floor. Now, let me ask you something, people. If you've got a business and it's successful, it's successful to any degree out there, are you going to sleep in your sister's laundry room floor so you can spend time with family? Hell no. You're going to stay in a microtel or a hotel or something, right? For a short duration of time, or at least you're going to stay with somebody who has a bedroom. But this man's supposed to be running a highly successful business with this high technology stuff, and he's so in debt up to his eyeballs, he was having to sleep on her laundry room floor. So then they help him get a Section 8 apartment. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what Section 8 means, it just means that he's government subsidized. So when he moved into the apartment, there's a portion of the rent that he pays, and then the government pays the rest because Ken's on disability. Okay, that's his income. His income is he's on disability for that quote unquote lung disease that he has, yet he's still always operating around pain. Right? So not only is he trying to scam you, he's scamming the government at the same time. But anyway, he moves into a Section 8 apartment, and then his sister hooks him up with a charity where he immediately goes into this charity building and starts acting like he owns the place. He's going to have his pick of offices. He's going to have windows and wraparound windows for his offices. He's going to be the big dog, right? That's what he says. And shortly there before he gets kicked out of his Section 8 housing, his business got kicked out of a Christian children's charity. Who the hell does that? How does that happen, Ken? How does that happen? I mean, they basically came to you and said, no, not only are you not getting some kind of corner office window, you need to grab your stuff, pick your stuff up, gather your stuff, and get you and your business's stuff off our premises. You were kicked out of a charity which you never belonged there in the first place. You never had any business being around kids. But you were kicked out of a charity because of the bastard, liar, smearer, sleazeball that you are. And then within 2 weeks, you're kicked out of your apartment. 2 weeks, maybe 3, but roughly in that period, you're kicked out of your apartment again for not paying the rent on time. And you're sitting showing people the payments that are showing you paying late, trying to tell people you had the money, you just didn't feel like paying them. Jesus told you not to pay them, just to go get you a garage. Yeah, that's what Jesus says. Screw people. Just screw these people. He didn't say honor your debts. He said screw them people and go over there and get you a garage. So now you and your business is living in a damn shed. A shed, Ken. And you're trying to make lemonade again. Oh, this was the plan all along. This is where I wanted to go. No, hell no, it didn't. You've sat out here and made fun of Crow living in an apartment, talking about how small his apartment was. You've made fun of other people out here, and you've quoted over and over and over again how you were going to have 4,000 square foot home on 6 acres because that's where you needed to be at. That's the level you needed to be at. But that's not the level you ended up at, now is it? No. Once again, the only constant thing here has been that the more that you come after us, the further in the hole you go. I am untouchable to you now. Nobody cares what you say. Nobody's listening to you. Do you know how powerful that is? To listen to somebody sit out there and talk smack about you and know you can sit back and just laugh about it because it does not matter at all. And it's also funny because you've sat back and talked about what your living expenses are. And you did it because you got lower living expenses. Here's the funny thing, Ken. My living expenses, truthfully, are half of what you cited. Half. That's my living expenses. And I'm not living in a damn shed, crapping in a corner bucket. Now am I? But yet you're supposed to be a smarter businessman than me. It's called being smart with your money, and it's also called being responsible with your money and responsible with your business. So here you go. This versus a damn shed with a bucket in the corner. And you're still trying to talk about how great you're doing. Tell you what, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you step outside, take in a big lungful of asphalt in the morning. Just get you a big old whiff of asphalt in the morning. Unfold your foldable deck. Sorry, let that truck go by. So unfold your foldable deck and then go over and pet your Highland cow. Better yet, Mr. Bird, make it a bull so you can milk it every morning. Good morning, Fasha. I brush my gums at the end of the day. Which brings me to my final point, Ken. You've been terrified of facing Partey in a real professional challenge. You've said all kind of lies out there. What you're looking at right now is an ultra short throw on my black Sirius C screen. I believe it could have been Sirius A, but I believe it was C. Either way, it's on a black screen, and you'll see it does pull up. Never said it doesn't pull up, Ken. What I said is I don't recommend it. See, and you wouldn't understand that because you've never seen a modern UST in operation. You've never had one. You've never seen it. So I'm always honest with my customers. I don't just try to sell them something because I can. But you have been terrified. Your whole explanation is, let me get your product in on my table. That's kind of like, to use your simile, Ken. That's kind of like doing a cake baking bake-off where the person you're going against gets to be the judge. Now, who in their right mind would do that? No one. No one. You need a referee. Got to have an independent party. You got to have somebody professional. Oh, and by the way, what you're looking at there, see that little top light part? That's your famed network gray 7073. See how ashy it looks? So your 773 does not scare me. And Ken, honestly, what you're looking at there on the bottom part of that panel is the lightest screen I make. That's Vega. But you're afraid to face me. You have been. So here's what I'm going to recommend. Hector, since your boss is so terrified to face me, why don't you take that rag off your wall? Take the rag off your house and get ready to submit it to face the king. You want to talk big balls? Throw them on the table. Let's see who wins. You guys take care.